Hello everyone. In this module 12, we are going to see about the physical development from infancy to adolescence. After completion of this module, you will be able to know about the physical development and you can understand the characteristics of physical development from the infancy to adolescence. Okay, let's see the physical development from the infancy to adolescence. Actually, physical development is nothing but it is a bodily growth is known as the physical development. And the physical development along with the physiological development appears to be the basic aspects of human development. The physical development is rapidly increased during the infancy period. A newborn infant is about at 50 centimeters length and 3.5 kgs weight. So it grows 25 centimeters in the first year, and the weight of the baby is doubled increases in the first 6 months, and later it is increased tripled in the next 6 months. Okay, the proportion of head to body changes from 1/4 and 1/8, and the length of arms and legs are increases. The infant begin using the more and more. The brain growth is rapid. The brain growth is rapid. The brain cell is it's a full complement of cells even before the birth and achieves 80% of its adult weight by 4 to 6 years. The another 13% is attained by the age of 8 with the complement development at the adolescence. Okay, the internal organs like a digestive system and lungs and they are grow rapidly and reach the balance effective and coordinate functioning. The sensory development goes along with such bodily growth, and hearing appears and well developed at infancy through the coordinated binocular vision takes more time, and it caring for the infancy bodily development and mother milk is also affectionate at the atmosphere in which it's given a later nutritious food and clean lines and adequate sleeps and optimum sensory level, and its stimulation and bodily activities are all vital. The physical development secured during the first 3 years is strengthened and made more stable during the early childhood. And during the later childhood, the bodily development appears to slow down a bit, and body proportions approximate that of an adult. The stage of adolescence is again marked by an accelerated rate of physical growth along with the onset of sexual maturity. So this is growth. Both the male and female growth often uneven. So this growth is often uneven with the different rates of resulting in the clumsiness, awkwardness, and in moments of self-consciousness. So that girls and boys differ regarding their physical growth. The girls and boys differ in the physical growth. The man reaches a greater average level in a height and weight than women. Although the age of 13, girls are surpass boys in average weight, since the girls attain the puberty about a year or two earlier than boys do. So that the motor activity such as head control and movement of eye and sitting, walking and running, climbing, all these three are referred as locomotor skills, and manipulative skills like handling of objective and dexterity and eye-hand coordinations, the precision of control and speed and arms movement and the and arm steadiness and aiming, so etc. So there are the important of personal and educational growth. Okay, so these are the important for personal and educational growth. The child makes with the external world only through the motor development, which is closely related to the intellectual and emotional and social development. The child make a contact with the external world that only through the motor development, which is closely related to the intellectual and emotional and social development. Okay, you can view the upcoming video for intellectual development from the infancy to adolescence. It may be useful for further understanding of this topic.
First, we have the characteristic of the physical development we will discuss. If you look at the characteristics of the physical development, it says that during the childhood there are the changes in the child's height, weight and body proportion. The pace of this growth is more in later childhood, that is 7 to 12 years, than the early childhood. Alright, so 7 to 12 is like a kind of big time period, okay, when this kind of changes takes place, okay, in compared to the early childhood of 3 to 6 years. Now legs lengthen rapidly and there is an increase in the height, okay, as you can see, the leg size increases and increase in the height. A gradual improvement in the speed also increases. Steadiness of the movement and accuracy also form the significant features of the physical development in early childhood, while at later stage they get vary, okay, after physical activities, but after a certain time this become quite different, okay, it is not similar changes, right, it becomes very slow pace of development, but also show a great interest in the competitive games which require the skill. Now this stage, which stage we are talking about? We are talking about the stage of physical development of a childhood is now going to be transformed into the blossoming period of child development, okay, which is known as called adolescence. Now let us now try to explore the characteristic. Now what are the characteristic of this adolescent stage? The adolescent stage 13 to 18 years time period. It is noticeable change takes place in many domains like height and weight changes, proportion, okay, change in the voice, increase in the motor performance, sexual changes, okay, sexual changes. Then both boys and girls have growth spurt caused by production of the hormones. Okay, there are a lot of hormonal changes takes place at this stage. A boy growth spurt is usually later than the girls. Okay, so means boys are quite when it comes to the development, physical development. So girls are faster in compared to the boys at this stage. The most important physical development in adolescence is puberty. Puberty is one of the most important change which takes place. Okay. Okay, and what is this puberty? It is the period of a person's life during which their sexual organs develop and they become capable of having children. Okay, so when they become sexually more mature at this stage, okay, girls can experience puberty around at the age of 11 only. Alright, for the boys it is slightly later. At this stage there is a continuous growth in the height of girl, but at a very slower pace, okay, than earlier. Now, prominent changes can be seen in the body proportion with the broadening of the pelvic bone, circular wrist, while the arms and legs grow in length and become finer. Okay, the voice becomes sweet and shrill. In the terms of in the terms of secondary sex characteristic, the sex organs in the girls acquire maturity. Okay, the growth in the breast size, the hair growth, and at the pubic area. All right, and armpits, and change in their gait in the sense of way of walking, the way they walk, that changes also. Okay, these are some of the characteristic of adolescence. Okay, and also there is a menstruation cycle which generally take place for the girls at the age of around 12 to 16. It says that research shows that the girls seems to be mature earlier than the boys do in the physical aspect. Okay, as I told you, that girls develop faster than the boys physically. And what kind of development we are talking here for the physical aspect when we are talking about? So this includes the rapid growth in the height, their weight. Okay, this is especially at the age of around 18 and 19. Development of means continues till the time of 18, 19. It remains. Development of their muscles, increase in the strength. Okay, the change of the body proportion can also be seen in the form of rounded shoulders. Okay, broadened chest and developed muscles. Okay, the maturity of larynx. Now what is this larynx? It's a voice box. Okay, can be noticed with broken and deepened voice. There is a change in the voice also. Okay, besides this, genital organ in the boys grow in size. Okay, other significant features of adolescent boys include hair growth in pubic, armpit, and facial areas. The physiological changes, okay, occurring commonly in the both boys and girls include the growth of all the internal system, pulse rate, complete brain development, skins become oily and acne, sweating may be problematic, and rapid growth may cause clumsiness and lack of coordination. Okay, so this kind of, and they often feel very hungry actually. Okay, sexual desires increase, fantasies of the children increase at this stage. Okay, that is for both boys as well as for the girls.
There is an individual differences in growth and development. There is an individual differences in growth and development. So that early discovery of the problem and deviations in a physical development can help the teachers to give a proper guidance in promoting adjustment among children. The proper physical and motor development promotes the self-help and competence in children. Okay, I hope you may understand the physical development from the infancy to adolescence. Thank you.